All right, Paul Thomas here with Dave Peterson, co-owner of Penguin Bay Winery. Dave, tell us a little about Penguin Bay.
Well, Penguin Bay's been around about 8 years. We're actually we have a collaborative sponsorship effort with the penguins at the Syracuse Zoo. They're Humboldt penguins, native to the coast of Chile, and they came to the Syracuse Zoo the same year we were starting this winery, and one thing led to another after we started talking with them about that, and we came up with a collaboration, and we donate a portion of our proceeds to that.
And you commented that it turns out penguins eat a lot of fish.
It takes a lot of fish to feed a penguin.
By the way, not a herd of penguins. What are they, a flock of penguins?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like
They're
that.
Birds, right? Yeah.
So Dave, tell us a little bit about the wines here at Penguin Bay.
Well, we do a lot of the sort of typical Finger Lakes varietals that we're well known for in this area. Certainly several Rieslings, Gewürztraminer, Cabernet Franc. And then we sort of expanded a bit into Pinot Grigio, Pinot Noir. We made one of the first Moscatos in the area. And then we do sort of the penguin-themed fun and fruity blends in some cases. We have our Tuxedo Red and Tuxedo White, sweeter wines. And we do actually a wine that my son came up with an idea for when he was a teenager playing the drums in his room, and said, you ought to do a wine, something to do with drums. And so we thought, well, penguins could probably play drums if you taught them well. So we came up with a wine called Percussion.
Nice. And now, do you do sparkling wines? As I recall, there maybe was a lot of sparklers available here.
Yeah, actually, this facility was originally a tasting room that specialized only in sparkling wines, and they were sparkling wines from our sister properties on Cayuga Lake, Swedish Hill, and Goosewatch. We still have some of those sparkling wines here for tasting, since a lot of people used to know us for and come to us for offering a lot of sparkling wine. Good.
And now, what got you into the business, aside from the fact that you just love to work all the time?
I like wine. That's usually a starting point. Okay. So, but my mom and dad were in the grape growing business since the 60s, and got into the wine business into the 80s when some of the other smaller wineries started getting in, and we've expanded. Now we've got 3 different winery brands and 3 different locations here in the Finger Lakes. And Penguin is the newest of the brands, and it's given us an opportunity to do some different things at each of the locations.
And so you're kind of strong-armed into it by your parents, we could say that.
I was free labor for a while, I suppose, but beyond that, after I went away to college, I guess I kind of forgot about how hard a work it was, and then eventually came back to the business. So.
And your daughter's involved, is that correct?
Yep. Our daughter is our financial manager within our wineries. My son, who also named the Percussion wine that I mentioned, has been involved at times. He now lives out of the area in more of a corporate position, but he worked in the winery growing up and came up with several ideas even beyond the percussion thing.
Very good. Well, it's neat because I think as we do these interviews with wineries here today and throughout the year, I continue to be reminded about how much that wineries are oftentimes, if not always, family owned and operated. And you've either got family above you, upstream or downstream typically, who's helping out on some level at almost every one of our member wineries.
Yeah, and I think that family that grew up in the business certainly knows what it takes, and it's not just about sitting around and tasting wine. There is a lot of behind the scenes, some of it messy work that goes on. The vineyard work is certainly hard work, and it's a year-round thing. So we don't just take off in the winter and go south and come back and the wines are magically ready to bottle either. So
wouldn't that be nice? Anything else you'd like to talk about Penguin Bay?
Well, it's just it's an extension of what we do, and it's a connection to the customer that I think is the most gratifying part of the business. That when we see people that come in and enjoy our wines and tell us that they enjoy them, and we know we're doing the right thing.
Excellent. Dave Peterson, co-owner of Penguin Bay Winery. Thanks for the time.